welcome to the Plan Commission agenda for June 20, 2024 at 7 p.m. We're going to do, I guess, just a roll call, so I'll just say, I'll do my best here. Jamie Sonberg.
Here.
Joshua Grover.
Here.
Tom Kennedy.
Here.
Warren Loshig.
Here.
Tom Zabruski.
Here.
Mike Bennett.
Here.
Greg Peterson.
Here.
Anybody else? Okay, we have Bridget Berry and Ben Coble here. So the first order is the consideration and approval of the minutes from May 23, 2024. Those were emailed to everybody.
I'll make a motion to start the reading of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes as presented.
We still have to vote on the dispensing of
No.
the.
We
Motion
have a motion and a second. Oh, okay.
and a second to
Okay.
dispense with the reading, so we'll call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll help you out then.
Okay.
Got one correction I see on page 2 of 3, right in the middle of the page, Commissioner Warren, just with condom, don't use last names on everybody's.
Okay.
I also have a correction on the first page. After call to order, the meeting was not called to owner, it was called to order. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as corrected.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Public comments. This is an opportunity for the public to share their comments, questions, opinions with the commission members on any topic they choose. Is there anybody from the public who would like to talk about anything not on the agenda? There being none, we'll close the public comment section. Old business, we don't have any to bring forward for you tonight unless any commission members would like to bring something up from an old meeting. Seeing none, we'll move to new business. Item A, election of chair and vice chair of the Plan Commission. This happens every so often to ensure that there's continuity and there's actually a chair and a vice chair in the absence of the chair. This is an open discussion for anybody to nominate anybody for chair or vice chair.
Well, we've had two former chairs here, so I'll nominate Warren to be the chair of the meeting today.
We have a nomination. Is there a second for that nomination?
I'll second
I guess you got rock.
I know where the vice chair is going. I'll tell you all in favor.
Of Loshig for Plan Commission chair?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Sucker.
Now accepting nominations for vice chair in the absence of the chair to run the meeting.
I'm gonna do this to Jamie just because. I'll nominate Jamie Sonneberg to be chair, vice chair.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? All right, motion carries.
I've been around here long enough to work with both of these guys.
A lot of years.
Who had the second on that?
I did.
Okay, so you're the one, got it.
You want me to take over now?
Yeah, go
All
ahead
right.
as chair.
Item 5B, new business, review, discussion, and possible approval of a proposed detached accessory storage structure that exceeds 800 square feet in area and exceeds 18 feet in height. The proposal is for a 30-foot by 36-foot detached garage, 1,080 square feet, approximately 21 feet from the rear property line and 61 feet from the side property line, with other setbacks exceeded. Section 16.14 provides for detached garages to be first reviewed and considered for approval by the Planning Commission when exceeding the height and size greater than 800 square feet, less than 2% of the lot size. The applicant property owner is Jeff and Lori Jasicki. The property is located at South 75 West 22620 Badger Trail. Big Bend BBV tax parcel 2063055. It is zoned R2 residential. Ben?
All right, so, yeah, we're speaking with Jeff and Lori. They've submitted plans. Upon review of the plans, we did note everything that was previously mentioned there. So we can permit up to 800 square feet. If anything is greater than that, then it is required by the ordinance to come before the Planning Commission for review and approval prior to undertaking a building permit to ensure the construction of said garage. So you can go up to 2% of the lot size because he is over 1 acre in size on the property. That again is in section 16.14. So 2% of the lot size is actually 1,176 square feet. I would like to point out that the staff summary indicated the size of 30 by 39 feet, and if you look at the attachments applied, the garage proposed on this attachment received yesterday is actually 30 by 39 feet. So it's up to the Planning Commission. It was advertising agenda at 30 by 36 because at that time that's what was supplied. The property owner is now requesting a 30 by 39. So it's really up to the commission to even allow for that because 30 by 39 would put him just under at 1,170 square feet. And so that would meet the requirement. In other words, it still meets the requirement. He was looking to maximize his garage space and that would meet the standard to be entertained by the Planning Commission. So it did not have to be re-advertised. It's not publicly advertised or anything, just on an agenda. So with that being said, he's entered that in for consideration tonight. You can accept it or you can stick with the 30 by 36 proposed. It's really up to the commission. So the peak height, it looks like he's proposing at 21.6 feet. I rounded up to 22 feet. And then in my staff summary, I did note too, so you can go, whenever you're increasing 2 feet, or excuse me, for each 1 foot above 18 feet or 4 feet, we make them scoot it back 2 extra feet for every 1 foot above. So actually my math was incorrect. I put 26 feet, it actually should be 28 feet instead of the 21 feet he's asking for, if that makes sense. So the district standard is 20, he's showing 21, but because he's asking for 4 extra feet in height, we would actually, the request would be for 28 feet is what staff would say would need to be recommended in a motion should you want to choose to recommend approval with any conditions. I know the property owner is here, Jeff Jasicki, if anybody has questions or concerns. And so in my recommendation on page 2, starting on page 2, I'm providing you with recommendations, and I would like to state that one of the first condition, it probably should be amended from 26 to 28 feet to be entertained based on the overall height proposed. And item number 6, excuse me, condition 6 on page 3, the 1,170 square feet does reflect the 30 by 39 detached garage tonight, as proposed in his plan submitted to staff yesterday. And 22 feet in height would be accurate. He's technically 21.6 feet, but again, I just rounded up for simplicity, if that makes sense to the commission. And then the final thing I will note is that Believe it or not, Big Bend has a standard and requirement that anything over 600 square feet in size for detached does require a deed restriction be recorded, and that would stick with the property, that that would restrict the use of such building against any commercial use. Recording of this deed must be accomplished prior to issuance of the building permit. So that again would be a condition of approval. So you have 7 conditions of approval there. I didn't walk through all of them, but one of them, and I can if you want me to. Anything, Chair, do you want me to walk through those conditions? I think everybody has them.
Pretty straightforward.
Any questions of staff or of the applicant?
This is all part of one, you building the house and the garage
Yeah, everything at
together?
once.
Okay.
So is moving that 7 feet forward off of that back lot line gonna affect you a lot?
I would probably, I just found about that tonight, so I would probably think about lowering the garage a couple of feet to meet. We're trying to keep that garage kind of back as far as we can to make it part of the pool area in the back. So I would.
Good night.
Good night.
The outside door is still open.
Thank you.
I would consider lowering that garage roof to meet that requirement so we can keep that footage in the back there.
What would you have to lower that down to then?
You would have to figure it out and come back with plans to, measure accordingly.
I'm at 21 right now, so.
What's your roof pitch on that now? 412, 612?
That I didn't look at for you. I did bring a drawing with me.
I might have put that in my steps.
So I believe, right now we're 3.5 feet over the limit if you get exact measurements. I know Ben rounded, but if you get exact measurements. And then if-
use this desk.
Sure, thank you. And then if we were to, I would consider moving forward a foot or so, and then I could bring the peak down another 2 feet. If we can find it.
6, 12, 13,
Right now that roof is a 12.8 pitch.
12,
And I could consider bringing that roof pitch down, flatten that out more. I guess a combination of maybe bringing the roof down a little bit and moving it forward a foot or two to meet that lot line requirement.
So in other words, you would work on revising, the truss drawings
Or
and
make it-
plans.
Just make it compliable before it's built.
Sure.
The house isn't built yet, what's the overall height of the house? Is it,
Jason was on vacation, so I believe I have a permit for the house.
okay?
Do you have the plans for the house or just the garage?
Yeah, the house and garage is here. Yeah, please, feel free to look at anything. So I guess we're,
I'm just wondering if the garage is taller than the house or not.
oh, no, it's not taller than the house, no, it does not exceed the house.
Alright.
What's the pitch on the house?
Variable, but quite a few pitches on the
Were you
house.
trying to match that? Pretty much the
I was
pitch.
trying to, keep it all the same. The main part of the roof is, yeah, there's many different pitches, but the main part of the house is 12.8, or 8.12 too.
And so he did ask me too, and I'll clarify this, I think everybody understands, so building height as defined in the Village of Big Bend, it says otherwise provided for specifically under chapter 16, which it doesn't. The height of any structure shall be defined as the total height of the structure measured with a vertical line from the average finished grade at the front, street facing side line of the structure to the highest point of the structure. And so he and I were talking a little bit, some communities use average height of the truss or the mean height of the truss to say building height, but Big Bend specifically defines it as highest grade.
And I believe that our architect was averaging, because the architect says they don't take the peak height, they take the average height of the roof. And
Unless
that's
they
where-
define it, which-
And that's where, now reading it, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's done differently here.
I'll make a motion to approve the request with the changes recommended by the planner.
I'll second that.
With final then.
Vote on
Any further discussion? All in favor?
it. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck.
Yeah, good luck on
Item 6, planners report, Ben.
I don't really have anything to report. I've been answering phone calls, typical calls regarding, how big of a deck can I go with, setback lines, those basic property owner questions that crop up every now and then, people looking at projects. Just working with Jason Cromie on building permit reviews. Some of them do come before the plan commission, but a lot of them don't need to, so. On average, I probably do 3 to 4 a month. Big Ben for those kind of improvements. People call in, I get various questions too, that's all I have for my report, nothing specific.
Awesome. Thank you. Fire inspector's report. Mr. Brown.
Papa Stash is gonna probably be opening soon. Their permit or their inspection all passed, everything's done, everything's taken care of. Other than that, all the inspections that, for the first half have been all completed and done. And, that's about all I got. Jamie, anything else you think?
Yes, can we make sure the fire department is getting copies of anything? We ran into a little bit of a problem, speaking of Papa Stash, that we did not get copies of their remodeling and stuff for that place. So when it came to the fire inspection, we hadn't seen anything, and guess what? We came up with a little bit of a problem. Luckily, we were able to resolve the issue, but when it comes to new business construction and things of that nature, we'd like to see the plans prior to construction in case we see something that we can take care of, so the owner's not all of a sudden going, well, why wasn't this spoke to me before? So that's something we want to try to get taken care of as well. So at least we're getting the plans and whatever else for new business prior to construction.
Does the remodel for Papa Stash go through you?
So, in the perfect world, yes, I know in this world, it probably went to the building inspector,
Correct.
directly to him, and he has some discretion whether or not it needs to come to me for review, he kind of filters them for me. So I wasn't aware of that either, so.
Yeah, so we're just kind of throwing it out there
Sure.
to start getting us the plans and stuff. So
Would that be Jason's responsibility then to give those plans?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And because I'm here tonight, I can send him an email too, just about this discussion, and so he's
That's
aware
a
of
good
it.
idea.
And to coordinate maybe with the clerk too, just so we're all on the same page.
Everyone's on the same page, because
Sure.
when someone goes out for a permit and stuff, there's actually the list on there, and the fire department's included on the list of getting the plans and stuff, so we haven't been getting that, so we want to get that rectified, and so at least that we're all on the same page in case something does pop up where we can address it in the planning stages instead of having it addressed in the final stages.
And then if plans do come in, I think CE Bronc or something like that is an email I've been using, is that still the email? that gets-
Yeah, and maybe Bill, if you don't mind, copy sent to me.
Fine.
Okay, if you wanna give me your email, I'll take it down. I'll copy you both then in the future.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, thanks.
Because we gotta keep a head on it, because if we don't, people will take advantage of it.
Good, thank you.
Thanks for the discussion, I appreciate knowing that too, kind of helping you out in your community, I like to hear that too, because I don't mind being like the point person for applications, and I can, send them out to get comments and bring them back to the planning commission with a report too, and this is what the fire department said, the engineer, building inspector too, so I don't mind being the point person, so.
Once a week, I do go out with the truck, check things out, so forth. The new business going up here where Hammer Rehab found out that he wanted to do this and do other things, but
Is that a window company, Ideal Windows?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've been talking to them, so, and I did mention you specifically, the fire department, please talk to them.
yeah, we did, we talked to
Good,
him,
okay.
everything was good, right. It was fine. Lack of communication, like I said before, is not good, we gotta have it.
Thank you.
Moving on, building inspector's report. Anything from Jason?
Don't have anything for Jason, I know he's on vacation, probably a week, just definitely.
Back one.
Keep removing engineer's report.
Hi, okay, I've got a quick one too. So we did our review, all that we do for construction with like the Badger Trail house like that, all we do is check the drainage and things like that, their basement elevation, and if it's below a certain point, the specific drain they have to be put in, so that's what I handle in case anyone was not sure, and it all looked good on our end, they had the proper elevations for their basement, so I sent them the conditions that DPW specifically asked for me to have on there, regarding like the road protection, that we're asking to put like that, rock on the front, on the edge, because otherwise those big trucks just break off chunks of asphalt. And their culvert size, wasn't marked as anything, so I said 15 or more, please. So conditional approval. The one other thing that I wanted to bring up was that the board had voted to put money towards Town Line Road coming up. And I just wanted to bring that up here because I am hoping to, and I think that we should get a set of those plans before anything goes out. Because I know that they have it bid, but if we're putting our money to it, it should be built to our standards as well. So I talked to President Goodman, he said that he would get them to me when they come through, and I will inform all of you as well.
How much are they gonna pave?
I don't know how much they're going to pave, all I know is the dollar amount that we are committed to, which was between 110.
About a mile and a half,
Yeah. Somewhere in that range.
somewhere in that range.
So I would like to see them, because if they're just like oil and chipping for 110, that would be a little concerning to me.
Okay.
So I want to see, oil chip is good, and I like to see that, but I just want to see what we're getting for our money. So I'll keep you all informed, and that's it.
Thank you. Correspondence, anything?
I don't have anything.
No fan mail?
Zoning administrator, don't get fan now.
Mike, your turn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Last meeting's by 2 minutes. We're getting quicker every month.
That was impressive, you guys.
Are they gonna do any binder or anything, like cut out the bad parts, like you don't know,
I
or?
have no idea.
I take that to work every day.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
there is some rough, there's some rust.
Yes.
There,
Okay.
there's some potholes.
Thank you, Agnes.
Yeah, I would